Okay, guys. Good morning. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and we're gonna do the same thing. So, because I'm slow motion, man, and that's how it is this time of year, man. That's like I was saying yesterday. You know, that's how it is. This time of year, I don't like to be rushed or nothing. A couple guys come in the comments and they was asking me, about they was asking me about do I have any year-round clients. I don't have as many year-round clients as I used to. That's just, I don't know. Well, a lot when I do the bigger properties and I gotta say, I have lost some of the bigger properties. The big acreage stuff. I'm not doing quite as much of that. Two of them, they subdivided them and building houses on it. I don't have, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, y'all, that's a good question, man. I don't have any 12-month clients no more, man. I don't. And one of the reasons why is because, well, when I do the 12-month thing, they always, I end up going through the summer in the heat and the grind and doing the properties, and then all of a sudden I'm doing the properties, and then all of a sudden they quit me, they sell the property, they fire me, they move, something happens, and then I end up not getting the winter work. So I don't hardly even do that no more, and I don't have any big commercial sites anymore either. It's just kind of where, it ain't that I've intentionally done any of that, it's kind of just where the business has landed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't have a lot on the list today. Some of the stuff's still in the air. And I know everybody does things different, and I may have to start doing things different too if I start seeing a dip in the money. But I don't really see a dip in the money anywhere. It's so dry, y'all, man. That's the biggest thing right now. But I don't have not any customers that pay me 12 months out of the year no more. Not none. Now that I'm thinking about it. Is that something that a lot of you guys have a lot of? And a lot of that is, well, that's me too, because I don't want it, because they tend to, I've gotten burned quite a few times. I want to say in the last 12 or 13 years, usually you have to be established a little bit to be able to get those contracts like that. But I would say that I don't have any, yeah, and I haven't had any. I haven't had any year-round customers in quite a few years now. Ever since the last one that dropped me. They dropped me, and when do they drop you? They always drop you in freaking September, October. They're not going to drop you in July, So, yeah, that's where I'm at, man. And that's not to say that I don't have commercial accounts, because I do. I just don't have any that want to pay me 12 months out of the year, and that I trust. And I know you say, well, Ray, you got to get a written contract. And you're right. You're right. To a certain degree, you do need a written contract on some of this work that I do. And a lot of the big work, I do get written contracts. But the lawn maintenance stuff is just, I don't know, man. It's just so petty, $50, $80, $70, $60, It's like, man, I don't know, man. And I've never had anybody, of the regular stuff tell me, hey, they're not going to pay me. They always pay me. So the only bad thing is when you out here doing like I do, chucking a truck style, you have to you have to be resourceful about, you know, how you do things. And you know, next year there's a few things I'm probably going to have to end up changing. I'm going to have to probably pay an hourly rate to the guys that work for me, or whatever, guys, whatever, and then maybe do some kind of incentive, you know, on top of that, pay for performance type thing. Because see, I've been, you know, and I know there's going to be some haters and some people telling me what I can and can't do, and you know, it's funny how people tell me what I can and can't do on a business I created. Stupid shit. But, and somehow, you know, I've survived all these years. But there's a few things I'm going to have to change going into next year. And it ain't because of any comments on YouTube. It's because my accountant is telling me what some new stuff that's coming down or whatever. I got to meet with her here, you know, in the next I don't know, in the next couple of months. I'll meet with her and we'll get all the tax stuff together so we can file my taxes. And I got software that keeps up with everything, so you know, it's all readily available. Of course, software is only as good as you are. You know, if you don't put things into software, then you know, it's not there. See, just a little history real quick. You know, I know that, you know, I don't do everything just right, you know, and because I never really thought about, you know, doing this business long term. And you know, I woke up one day and I realized, man, I'm 10 years in this game, you know, and you know, to me it was just about hustling, you know, just, you know, same thing I've been doing my whole life, really. I never realized, you know, all the things that I need to learn and stuff, you know, to stay relevant and to be able to stay above board. And you know, probably the last 5 years, I've taken baby steps to get more legit, you know, if you will. And not that I'm not legit now, you know, but you can always do things a little bit better on every front, you know, efficiency, the bookkeeping, you know, everything. So yeah, I don't even know if I want to do this property right here. Let me save it for later in the week. So the video yesterday, you know, in the thumbnail is, you know, 800 today, 150 tomorrow. Well, we're gonna do a little bit more than 150 today, God willing, and you know, we'll probably end up doing, I don't know, maybe 400, something like that. I've had to, you know, incorporate a few more properties to make it worthy of what it takes to run. But, you know, well, Ray, man, 2 trucks, man, you ought to be able to do $1,500 a day. Well, I wouldn't crank my truck up for less than $500 or $600 a day. Well, then you'd be broke down here. Right now, you'd be broke. You have to, you know, to me, and this is just my opinion, you have to kind of level the playing field throughout, you know. And my expenses are what they are, but the second truck doesn't cost as much as you might think it does. The second truck is paid for. So we're talking about fuel and insurance. Well, I gotta pay insurance anyway. I'm not going to not have 2 trucks if, you know, as long as the other truck's paid for, who cares? So it doesn't cost me a lot to run the other truck, more than what it would cost me if I didn't run the other truck. You know. I know there's a lot of unseen costs, brakes, tires, blah, 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 blah. But it ain't even, I mean, when you compare to what you can make with 2 trucks, efficiency-wise, it's a no-brainer. Let me get up here to the gas station and get me some gas. I need to put gas in everything. The truck's about empty. The mower's empty. Gas can's empty. So we'll go spend some money on fuel, I guess. What we're doing now is we're just pretty much seizing the moment right here before Halloween, because a lot of people like to get their yards cleaned up, you know, for Halloween. So there's no sense in me, you know, doing this tree job over here. There's a small tree job that I need to do, that we're going to be doing, and we've already been cutting the branches off of it. But I'm trying to pace ourselves some. It's not like in the summertime. It's in the summertime, it's like go, 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 because the grass is growing, and you get and the concept, my thinking concept in the summertime is, the quicker we cut it, the quicker we come back. And you know, you're always clawing at the schedule. This time of year, you got to kind of step back a little bit, and you got to kind of let things come to you, and you got to kind of just do what it takes to get through. Now I'm talking about if you got help and you got labor and you're trying to keep a guy busy. I got plenty of stuff I can do around my house, but that's always a last resort. So, and this one right here that me and Zach are going, what the hell was that, dude? Oh. This one right here that me and Zach are going to do, it's 120. And I know Zach's not going to be over here, but I'm going to go on over here, and I'll just wait on him to get here, because we need to do a little bit of blowing first. Maybe I can go on and cut some of it, but you know, it needs to be blowed. There's a lot of leaves on this one, and they want me to do the gutters. But see, last year, and you got to remember, I got a great memory, man. Last year, I told them I'd do the gutters, and they asked me how much. I told them $250, and they never responded to the gutter work again. So, because I'm not going to climb up on this property, on this house, and do these gutters without the man lift. I'm just not. So, you know, and if I bring the man lift anywhere, I'm doing them a solid buy at $250. So I try to get more than that out of them, but you got to know your customers, and you got to know that these folks ain't willing to spend. They on anything, you know. The lawn is one thing. Like right now, the lawn does not even need it. I'm pulling up over here now. But you would need to do the gutters over here. You would need well, I don't know, man. Let's check it all out, y'all. But I know for a fact. Let me get the GoPro going, y'all, so I can kind of walk around here and show y'all the gutters on this job that they're gonna want us, that they're asking me to give them a price on. You know. So you have to. The back here would be easy. Just get a ladder and, you know, get on the deck with a regular ladder. You could do that. That wouldn't be hard at all, that part. I'll tell you what though, if I could talk to them about maybe, trimming this tree up, right? Trimming that other sweet gum up, and doing the gutters, then that would be a good job for the man lift. To do the gutters over here, you could do them without the man lift. You'd be on a freaking ladder, and it wouldn't be nice. And how do yeah. So that's kind of, what my thinking is. I'm gonna wait on Zach to get here, because I can. I ain't gotta, my back hurts, man. And this is what you pay for, when you are, this is what you do. This is what I do. This is what I do in the fall. I'm trying to get more work. And if a customer calls me and says, hey, can you trim this bush? I'm going to say, yeah. Or can you, do my gutters? I'm going to say, yeah. But then I'm going to look at my equipment I got, and I'm going to think to myself, okay, if I bring that piece of equipment over here, I need to charge a certain amount of money. Now, I could bring the lift over here, and I could do it for free if I wanted to, and not charge nothing, because I own the lift. So you got to, of course, I don't work for free, but I'm just using that as an extreme example. So if the lift is sitting at home and we have no other work going on, and we can come over here and do the gutters here and trim those two trees like I said, and charge, and do the yard and charge like $500 or $600, well, and we don't have to haul nothing off. Now, if we got to haul it off, we'd be a little bit higher, but that would be the ideal scenario. And that would be for the better all of the property in general. But see, I know these customers, and I'm going to have to catch them at the right moment with their finances for them to want to do that. See, they're not going to just pay $500 or $600 for something. They're just not. It's going to have to be, because you can always tell a customer, where they're at, and it ain't always, true, but where they're at financially by how they pay you. So, for instance, or how they manage their money, it's just telltale signs. Like, for instance, if, like for this property, we'll just use this property as an example. For this property, I maintain the lawn on the regular. It's $120. Okay. So a lot of times, during the summer, if I'm doing it on, say, a Tuesday, and I think they started out on Tuesday, and it's every 2 weeks, then what they always tell me is, well, we can't pay you until Thursday afternoon. And I'm like, cool. But that is a sign that either they manage their money in a way to where they don't want to dip off into reserves, or they don't have a lot of money, disposable money. Because I got other customers that don't even ask me how much I'm charging. They just pay whatever invoice I send. And a lot of times, the ones that are like these people, it ain't that they ain't got no money. They just manage their money in a way to where they are structured. And this is amount of money for this amount of money for that. And I am like that to a certain degree. So I'm going to be more like these people than somebody else. And that's why I can relate to them. I know they're not going to be willing to spend $500 or $600 for me to bring the man lift over here. So what I will probably end up doing is not doing the gutter job, basically. Because I'm not going to have Zach on a ladder, or I know I'm not going to get on a ladder, and I'm not going to have my guys, any of my guys, on a ladder on that front gutter piece right there. And the roof is too steep. I mean, you know, it is what it is, you know, and they got plenty of trees. So, you know, when you buy a house like this, where the roof is so steep and you got all these big ass trees around, I mean, you are signing up for the unknown to get your gutters done. See, at my house, I don't have any big trees. So any trees that shed leaves, they go on my roof, they go on the gutters, but it's so minimal that they blows right out of the gutters. It never gets packed in there. But see, a property like this, y'all saw it, I walked around it, they're gonna have a lot of leaves in the gutters. And last year when I told them 250, they told me, well, they never said anything and we never did it. So I can only assume that they never got it done last year. I guarantee you they didn't. I'm looking at the gutters. And to me, if I'm them, and this is just me, I'm not going to clean the gutters out right now. Because I'm going to look up in the trees and I'm going to wait till all the leaves fall and then I'll clean the gutters out. That's just me, you know. So, yeah, I'm gonna grab a backpack blower and I'm gonna go and blow the street off up here so we can park and not have to move nothing. But I'm gonna try to pitch something like that to them. I don't think they'll bite, but I'm gonna pitch it anyway. We did the same kind of thing last year. They wanted me to, you know, to trim the tree line back and all that, but I came over here and I looked at it and I saw what they were wanting to do and I met with the owner, and I know him. And we walked the property for about 45 minutes and I gave them a price. I don't remember. I got it in my emails and, you know, for what they wanted to do. And it had nothing to do with no gutters. This was just trimming trees. And, you know, they said, okay, let me get back with you. And we never did anything. They kept, you know, and I didn't push either because, you know, if you want it done, let me know. I done all the pushing I'm gonna do when I come over and bid on the job, and I already knew that I was kind of, you know, not wasting my time because I don't waste a lot of time out here. Even when I talk to customers and I don't get the job, I still learn. So from a financial standpoint, yeah, maybe I took a little hit, but it keeps me, you know, coming back to the property to do the yard. So, you know, and lets them know what all I can do if they ever do get an influx of money that they may want to spend on something outside of the lawn or the bushes. They wanted me to do the bushes back in July, and I told them $200, and they balked at that. They said, oh, no, we're going to have to wait on that, and they never did do the bushes. So I don't like for the lawn care customers, I don't like making special trips to do other things when they're a regular lawn care customer because I like to incorporate it when I'm doing the lawn. So if we bring the man lift over here and we trim these trees and do the gutters, then we're going to do the lawn too, see? And so that adds to the money, you know. And then sometimes you can even use that as an incentive to get them to do the bigger work. You can say, well, okay, I'll charge you $600 and I'll do all of this. And of course, you got to know your numbers and know, you know, I'll do all of this. And I tell you what, I'll even throw the lawn in too. Because when you're doing the gutters and you know, it's easier for us to clean up with the lawnmowers. And so I damn near cut the lawn anyway when I'm cleaning up with the mowers. So I don't do gutter work and stuff without a lawnmower unless it's just a unique, you know, thing. And I don't do gutters. People can't just call me to do their gutters. You got to be in my database for me to even think about doing the gutters, because I don't want to go and look at the job to get the gutter work. Now, I guess if I didn't have any work, then I'd have to do what I have to do. But we stay busy enough, and I'm smart enough with my money to where I know that I can make do without that call-in gutter job, you know. And sometimes, you know, you never know what kind of relationship you can build. It's just according to how busy I am, you know. But I always start out with doing the lawn. If I'm doing the lawn, then I let the customers know that that there ain't nothing out here that I can't do. So y'all see, I got the leaves on this side of the driveway, and now I'll use the mower. I could have blown them all the way up in the woods, but I need to mulch them too because they're piling up. So I'm still waiting on Zach to get here. So as long as I'm waiting on Zach to get here, then everything I'm doing, if I do his whole job over here, then what's he gonna do, right? So make sure everything's good. Yeah, and he don't have a phone, so I'm having to kind of, you know, not be as efficient as I want to be. But I got this one pretty much blowed out around the house, so I'm gonna go on and cut the front yard. That's probably him right there. No, he ought to be coming though. So the 2 properties that Zach has done today is pretty much gonna cover his pay and fuel for the day. So now everything. So that's kind of what you guys have got to be careful of when you guys are, I don't know if you can see the bees, but there's a boatload of them out there. And those are, I believe they're yellow jackets. They come out of the ground. Somebody, an insectologist might know more than me. I just know that when they get on you, they hurt really bad. So we had a good day. Like I said earlier, somebody called me, man. I don't know.
Hello?
Hello, did I miss a call from this number?
Are you Ray?
I am.
Okay, yes. I got your number from the guy that cuts my grass. Is it too late to cut the Bartlett trees, you know, to trim them back?
What trees are you talking about?
The ones in my yard, Bartlett pear tree.
Oh, the Bradford pear trees.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
Well, I got 2 in the front yard, and it's been about 3-4 years since.
Ooh, I bet they're big.
Yeah.
Where are you located at?
In Woodgate.
Woodgate. Noonan? Is that Noonan?
No, that's Fayette.
Okay.
Fayetteville.
So are you looking for somebody to come trim the trees? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Woodgate. Okay.
Would it be right? I'll see you.
Yes.
Talk to you later.
Yes, ma'am. See, you just pedal along, right? And then you get a job. Then you got somebody that calls you. You know, and that's what that's the story of my my fall, y'all. So yeah, the story of my fall. So Zach's behind me. We're done. I'll check out this right here, and what I'll do is I'll save her contact as her address, and we'll just go from there. So I wonder who gave her my number. She said their lawn guy gave her my number. I mean, why would he not want to do them? I don't know. He might be, I don't know. Might be really big. If they're really big, she's gonna have to really spin, because you're not going to hurt them pear trees by cutting them back. I mean, and I can only imagine how bad out they are. And usually on those type of trees, the Bradford pear trees, you don't need the man lift or nothing. So it's just about what you're going to do with everything then. Because I can pretty much, I haven't seen very many. I don't think I've ever seen one that I've seen that would require the man lift to take it down, unless it's right up on a house and you're just trying to be super safe. But if it was me, I'd snatch them all out. So anyway, y'all know what it is, man. It's Sammy Time Tuesday, y'all. Peace out.